come we never hear that the Ryan budget is a bipartisan budget? It's the Ryan-Wyden budget. It's the Ron Wyden, far-left liberal guy from Oregon, Ron Wyden, senator. The Ryan budget was approved with over 200 votes in the House of Representatives. It's Obama's budget that's never gotten even a single vote. The Ryan budget's bipartisan, and I thought bipartisanship is what everybody wanted, and I never mentioned that Ryan's plan is bipartisan. He wrote it with Democrat Senator Ron Wyden of Oregon. We never hear that. And how come Wyden, Wyden, how come the media not piling all over this poor guy for cutting Medicare, for gutting Medicare? A Democrat senator is a partner in crime here. Never gets mentioned. Bunch of media jerks. But, I mean, folks, there's nothing we can do about it. It's only going to get worse. And if you think that our success can only happen when the media starts agreeing with us, forget it. It ain't going to happen. Now more than ever, the media is as animated and committed to destroying us as Obama is. They are one in the same. Can you imagine, let me ask you a question, you imagine the stress of a married couple when you're being audited by the IRS? I'll bet it's happened to some of you in this audience. Ask Kathy and David in this audience. They can reflect upon their stressful conversations before the situation they were in was resolved. And they will tell you. One of them's a bookkeeper in the family. The other's the primary breadwinner. And when the IRS decides that as a couple there's a problem, then the fingers start getting pointed. Now, fast forward to how they dealt with this. They hired tax resolution services. And they immediately found themselves talking to people extremely knowledgeable, very customer service focused. And as crazy as it may sound in this day and age, getting phone calls returned promptly was a pleasant surprise for Kathy and David, but that's what they got when they decided to call tax resolution services. Most importantly, though, they found an advocate, and so the blame ended. The advocate actually was able to determine that they were due a refund. They didn't owe any more in taxes. They were really arguing over nothing. But all they had to go on was what the IRS told them. Tax resolution services examined everything. You know what? You do a refund. And they got a refund check. Not only from the IRS, but from the state they live in. And the case was closed. Now, if you're facing the stress of an audit already underway, or you're carrying the burden of unfiled tax returns, or if you know you owe more than 20 grand, call Tax Resolution Services today and start putting the stress and the worry of all this behind you. It's as simple as a phone call. 1-866-IRS-PROBLEMS. 1-866-IRS-PROBLEMS. Tax Resolution Services. We have, looking for Andrea Mitchell, NBC News, Washington. Andrea Mitchell, NBC News, Washington, on Saturday, immediately proclaimed that this selection of Paul Ryan was a signal that Romney was not interested in the women vote. The more you really stop and analyze what these people say, the more ridiculous it all is, and ought not be that difficult to overcome. I'm continually stunned and amazed at how lacking in honest substance the arguments the left has are. Lose the women's vote with the selection of Paul Ryan? It's nonsense. Anyway, I'm up against it on time, folks. Sit tight. We'll be right back.